everyone, it's Gillian and welcome to today's Extreme Slime Makeover. So today's makeover is definitely one of the more difficult ones. The slime that we'll be receiving a makeover today is definitely one that I have avoided for a couple of months now. This slime is the result of adding too much store-bought putties to a regular school glue based slime. So here is the slime. As you can see, it's an odd color. It's kind of like an army green. There's also some specks of putty throughout. As you can see, not all the putty would mix in, and I really struggled with this at the time when I filmed the other adding too much video, but I thought it was fine if it doesn't mix all the way in. But now that I'm giving it a makeover, I am definitely struggling. So here is what the slime looked like in the process of getting to this stage. As you can see, an odd color. We've got some chunks of weird putties. It's got a very strange smell. This slime should definitely have been thrown out. I don't even know if I would call this a slime. It's basically just a mess. So I'm going to try my very best to turn it into something pretty and magical. And also I want to make it birthday inspired because I recently had my birthday. So the first thing I decided to do was to pick out as many chunks of the putty as possible. Now I couldn't remove all of it, but it definitely made the base a little bit smoother and more of a similar texture, if that makes sense. Now I'm going to add quite a bit of glycerin because this had so much store-bought putty. It was basically a putty. It would rip, it wasn't stretchy, and that needed to be fixed. So we are going to go in with a lot of glycerin, and as you can see, I've basically brought it back to a glue texture, which is perfect for giving a makeover. Then I of course went in with some lotion. That's my favorite step. I always do that when doing a makeover to make sure that my slime is as stretchy as possible. Then I decided to try and lighten the color as much as possible, so I added some white food coloring, and then I'm just going to go in with some conditioner as well. At this point, I had no idea if this makeover was going to work, but I was thinking very positively and I was just hoping for the best. So I decided to split this slime into two different bowls as evenly as possible. Now, because the color was already slightly green toned, there wasn't a lot I could do with it, so I decided to just go with a bright green for one, and then for the other one, sticking with that green family, we're going to do a greenish blue. I couldn't do pink or anything like that, which did make me sad, but that's okay. I was happy with the colors that we got, and at least that weird olive green color is now gone. So for the green slime, I decided to scent it chocolate mint because it's green, and this slime is going to end up being a cupcake inspired slime. So I want some really nice sweet scents, and for the blue slime I decided to go with this awesome mixed lolly scent. My main goal with the scents was to get rid of that awful store-bought putty scent that was just overpowering this slime, so I did go with some stronger scents and it worked. We no longer have that awful putty smell. Then I'm just going to go ahead and reactivate both of these slimes. Now, because these slimes have so much glycerin in them, it did need a stronger activator and quite a bit of work to get it back to a slime texture. And the blue lolly themed slime definitely took a little bit longer than the green slime to activate, and this is because it had quite a bit of food coloring in it, and food coloring for me at least also works as a deactivator in my slimes. So for the green slime, I decided to try and transform it into a cloud slime. Now, I didn't even know if what I had here was a slime, but I was interested to see what would happen if I added some instant snow powder. So I just started adding more and more snow powder, and I was super surprised to see it transform into a beautiful drizzly cloud slime. This was such an easy slime to make, and it had the best drizzle. It was so light. Now, it did feel a little bit wet, and also, if I'm being honest, it was a little bit dense, but considering what I started off with, I thought this was a pretty fantastic cloud slime, and I was so happy with the color and the scent and everything. was really happy about my green slime, and I thought for the blue slime, let's try a different texture and make a butter slime. Now, this slime definitely was not a good idea. Looking back on it, I don't know what I was thinking. I was like, I love butter slime, but this was already such a thick, putty slime, so adding more clay would have just made it more tough. And right now I can see the error in my ways, but you know what? This is still better than what I started off with. So here is my butter slime, definitely more on the tough side. It's still really soft and smooth and has that amazing lolly scent, but definitely not as stretchy or as smooth and soft as a normal butter slime. Now for my favorite part of any slime makeover, it's time to put it all together and create something magical. So here I've created a little prop for my finished cupcake slime, and I've just stuck some adorable little cake themed charms onto a small cake board, and creating this made me so happy. It included all of my favorite pastel colors and the end result was so perfect and kawaii. I'm going to be using this awesome clear cupcake container which has a screw lid, which means that it's going to be airtight, which is awesome. So for these slimes, I decided to swirl them together, and this kind of had an ombre effect because when they mixed together they created a whole new shade of blue, which I loved. Now I decided to take this cupcake slime to another level, and I decided to make it kind of like a piñata cupcake. So I added some really awesome candy themed charms which were hidden in the middle of the slime cupcake, and this was so much fun to put together. And then I just topped it off with another swirl of slime, and then for the cupcake icing I took some Model Magic clay and tinted it a beautiful pink buttercream inspired color, and then I also added lotion, which meant that I would get the perfect buttercream looking swirl, and then topping it off with some pastel sprinkles, some more candy themed charms, a big red cherry, and then of course a birthday candle. And only for the video, I lit the candle. I would not recommend this. Do not try that at home. But here is the slime beforehand, and as you can see, it was in desperate need of a makeover. If not a makeover, it should have gone in the bin. Here is the slime after a makeover. As you can see, it is so adorable. I love all the colors, and to be honest, I had no idea if this was actually going to work. There were definitely a few moments during the makeover where I was wondering if I should just throw it all out and try again with a different slime, but I'm so glad that I decided to stick with it and create this pastel cupcake slime, and I think it's so perfect, and honestly I feel like it's me in a slime cupcake. So let me know in the comments below what you thought of the final makeover, and if you think I did an okay job. And yeah, now let's destroy the slime. It's the saddest part, but it's also the most satisfying. Thank you all so much for watching today's slime makeover. Let me know in the comments below which slime video you would like to see next. I love you all so much, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye!